Jesus continues his conversation with Nicodemus. This is verse 12 of chapter 3 of the Gospel of John, in which Jesus has just pointed out to Nicodemus that he has borne witness that has not been accepted. Notably, it's not being received, and he uses the second person plural. You, not referring to Nicodemus in particular, but really to the whole body that he represents. That is the Jewish leadership, and maybe in a broader sense the Jewish people in general, not receiving what Jesus has said, even though he's bearing witness to it. And so then he moves on to the next question, which begins in verse 12. This is the word if, used with the indicative, usually referring to things in the past or things that are accepted as most likely true. So if this is the article, the neuter plural article, if the things epigeia. This is from epigeos, literally on earth. Geology, geos is the word for earth in Greek. And here we have epigeos, things on earth. If the things on earth, apon, the second aorist of lego, I said, or I have said to you. If the things of earth I have spoken, humen, pronoun, dative, plural, to you, kai, u, pistueta. And again, it's notable that he uses the second person plural. So not really picking on Nicodemus here in particular, but certainly at least in a casual sense, including him in a broader class of people who are not accepting what Jesus has been saying. Notably, what Jesus has been saying with respect to things on earth. Well, the only thing in the context that we can refer back to is his conversation about the fact that the wind blows where it wants. You see the sound but cannot hear the effects. That sounds like something heavenly, but actually those effects are quite earthly. Even when the Holy Spirit blows into the heart of a person and changes that person's heart completely and transforms it in a way that's profound and reaches to the core of that person's being, that's still an earthly phenomenon. We can look at a person and notice that their life has been changed. And here Jesus is, in a sense, giving Nicodemus a bit of a challenge, because if he's finding it hard to accept what is evidently the case with respect to earthly perceivable phenomena, then he continues pos, adverb, how, if, and now here's the other word for if, but of course this is the word that takes the subjunctive, and so it becomes more of a question whether or not this if condition is going to be met. Many times it'll refer to future events. How if, from epo, I speak or I say, this is the subjunctive, ian takes the subjunctive. If I speak, humen, same word as up here, speak to you, plural, pronoun, dative, ta, same word as here, of course, the things epurania, and this is with the root uranos, which means heaven, again, ep, upon, so this is epigeia, on earth, epurina, on heaven. If I speak to you of things in heaven, how is it? Pistus et future tense of pistuo, how are you going to believe? If I tell you things that are evidently the case with respect to earthly phenomena, and you're not able to believe or accept that, then how in the world, when I begin telling you of things that are distinctively heavenly, are you going to be able to accept or believe those? And of course, that's precisely what Jesus is going to do as we continue this conversation. He's going to start talking to Nicodemus about heavenly things. Notably, John 3:16, God loved the world. That's a heavenly thing. He sent his only Son. That's really a heavenly thing, sending his Son into the world, etc. And so Jesus, in a sense, stretching Nicodemus here to realize that he needs to not only accept what Jesus has said to him of an earthly nature, perceivable as an earthly event, but he needs to stretch beyond that and accept what Jesus says with respect to heavenly reality.